Hi guys, happy Witchy Wednesday. So, alright, I honestly don't know when I'm going to be live again. I don't know when I'm going to do another video. My grandpa, he is dying, and they don't think he's going to make it past today, so, I'm just going to continue on with the Sabbatic craft. And, yeah, so we're going to go from there. MysticAmber.com, enter my code RYANE for 10% off store-wide, and I'm sure they have amazing crystals. I know they have amazing crystals. Hello. Alright, so where did we leave off yesterday? I don't know where I left off, guys. Oh, human skulls. Alright, so, now if an actual human skull is not available then for the gaining of oracular wisdom... then it is permissible for one of a stone or wood to be used as a substitute. So I do that too, but mine is resin, so it's really like molded after a real human skull. Kind of weird, but I mean, yeah, that's cool. All right, now, okay, where'd I go? Okay, so if it's made of wood, the chosen materials are oak or blackthorn. So that would, the blackthorn would be pretty powerful, I would think. Now, to consecrate the skull, it is anointed with oil of myrrh, and the blood of the practitioner, either female moon blood, are drawn from the practitioner's own body using this sharpened blade of the athame. Alright, so the inside of the skull is then packed with fragrant herbs and flowers, such as dried rosebuds, lavender, tansy, and sweetgrass. I love that idea. I do love that idea. It's a lot easier in some instances to do that than it is to actually go through the whole entire rite of like the buka skull and fleshing the buka skull. So it's pretty interesting to see this, and I do like this technique, but I'm still going to be doing my own buka skull. So, and it's it's just carried out a lot further. But alright, now the inside. We went over that. Other minor ritual tools and magical objects are used in the Sabbatic craft tradition. So they include the horn and a silver whistle for summoning spirits and the wild hunt, the drum and the rattle, and the bone trumpet for calling the ancestral dead. Okay, I thought that was a leg bone, but it's not. Now, as the skull, also the skulls, bones, skins, antlers, and horns of various animals, and birds that serve as a magical link to the totem and sacred creatures of the tradition, clan, or coven. So yeah, I mean, it's, regional folk, or regional witchcraft. Traditional witchcraft is very regional, as we have gone over. God, I can't even talk today. So yeah, it would just be based on where you're at. So, now, used in conjunction with animal masks, they feature in the rites of metamorphosis, transvection, and shapeshifting. An important officer in any coven or clan of the Sabbatic craft is the Vardalet, the green one or the green man. So, he is allotted task in the tradition is to teach its initiates the secrets of green magic, such as work hunting and plant lore, to guard and preserve those green mysteries. So he's a practitioner of occult herbalism, which encompasses an active magical connection with the spirit force of plant allies and their use for healing and cursing as circumstances dictate. So yeah, that goes, I mean, you have got to literally almost have a degree in botany. I mean, literally, because it is so just broad. It's very broad. Now, for the reason, the Verdalet must have an extensive knowledge of botany, relating to both harmful and poisonous plants and those within the power to heal. See, that would just, I mean, I know my herbs for what I'm doing with my spells and what I do for spells with you guys and all of that, but it's like, wow, I don't have the knowledge that a full botanist would have. I'm not a botanist. Now, Daniel A. Shulk, who became of the Cultus Sabbati in 2001, the head or whatever. Yeah, he became the head or whatever. He described occult herbalism as sorcerous art of calling forth and receiving power from plant spirits, as well as the devotional worship and mystical understanding thereof. I like that definition. So, in addition to those responsibilities, the Verdelet occupies a position similar to the summoner, acting as a deputy to the magister and assuming leadership of the coven and the rites if he was unable to make it or absent. So, I like that too. You have another person coming in, fulfilling your duties, kind of like work, co-worker. So, the tradition of herbalism and plant lore in witchcraft is pretty ancient. It's pretty frickin' ancient. So, some of the first clerical prohibitions on the practice of magic involving the go theory of herbs at the planetary hours or during specific phases of the moon while reciting prayers or incantations. So it is, it's very old. It's a very, very old tradition, wort cunning is. Now this is crazy. This gets crazy. So now in the 14th century, a handbook for inquisitors condemned the collecting of herbs on bended knee while facing east and reciting the Lord's Prayer. So weird. Now in the following century, a Bavarian witch was charged with gathering certain herbs for medicine in the name of his devils on the feast day of St. John the Baptist or Midsummer's Day. That is crazy. So now in the 17th century, a male witch in the trial was accused of being skilled in herbs and roots. And we have seen how historical witches use narcotic plants in their flying ointments. So there are also historical references to witches receiving information on herb and plant lore from the fairy folk or even entering the Hollow Hill and being taught by the Queen of Elfhame herself. So, it's, very, we do have that, so that does happen a lot, which I love. Now, in the Sabbatic craft, mythos, it is taught that the arcane knowledge of the green sorcery, or the green gnosis, goes back to ancient times when the secret lore of trees, plants, and herbs was given to early humankind by the gods who walked on earth. So it was in fact part of the occult teachings given by the Watchers to their mortal brides. Now the Watchers, you can actually go in, they're in the Book of Enoch. So these mighty ones were also aligned to the nymphs, dryads, and woodland genii. So the spirits of the trees and the plants and the land they grew on became the teachers of those humans who wanted to learn the secret mysteries of the green world. So I've got a green thumb and I don't know why. I can pretty much grow anything. Anything. So, except for aloe vera, I cannot keep an aloe vera plant alive, and that's the hardest plant to keep alive, it's the easiest plant to keep alive, but didn't work for me. So as we have seen, the initiates of the Sabbatic craft trace the existence in the mortal world of the witch blood, fairy blood, or elven blood back to the intervention in human affairs and destiny of the fallen ones. Now the company of the Watchers was led by Azazel, who was originally a Semitic goat god and is an aspect of Lord Lumiel. Who is Lord Lumiel? Lucifer. So now in the Sabbatic craft tradition, there is a Gnostic faith in the divine serpent of life, the host of the Georgi Watchers, the children of earth, sired by the Watchers, the Nephilim, in the lineage at descent via Lilith, Azazel, Cain, Tubal-Cain, Namaah, and the clans of the Wanderers. So, onward to the present day, initiates of the art, it should be clearly understood that witch blood, elven blood, or fairy blood is not a reference to the physical transmission of powers and knowledge through hereditary witch families. Instead, it refers to its passing down in a spiritual way through the incarnation of the children of Cain. So, however, there is no witch gene or witch DNA, although psychic powers and magical abilities can be inherited. Hence, there is the popular legend of the seventh son, seventh son of the seventh son, or seventh daughter of a seventh daughter, who is born with psychic gifts. In the lore of the Cultus Sabbati, reverence for Cain as the first horseman, blacksmith, and wizard is shared with the Society of the Horseman's Word. So, while the first blacksmith, Tubal-Cain, and his sister Namaah in the Bible can be found in the allied myths of Freemasonry. So, Namaah means the charmer in Hebrew, and refers to her as an enchantress and a caster of bewitching spells. I love that. And in the Jewish Talmud, she is described as a cymbal player and a singer whose alluring voice seduces the listeners into the worship of pagan gods. So she is also accredited with inventing the craft of weaving and spinning, an occupation that links her with the witch goddess as Fate. The goddess as Fate, F-A-T-E. So, now Namaah is supposed to have love affairs with Azazel, the Semitic goat god, and the leader of the fallen angels, with the legendary King Solomon, and with the dark angel Samael, the alleged father of her ancestor Cain, often identified with Lilith or represented as one of her daughters. Namaah is said to have spawned the elemental race of elves, goblins, and fairies, and have been the mother of the demon Asmodeus. So, we got a lot of lore here. Within 11 minutes, we have a ton of lore, and I love it. Now, because the traditional witches in the past drew upon material from the medieval grimoires, alleged demonic figures such as Asmodeus, they have also entered the Sabbatic craft lore. So, however, the use of such names should not be taken as any indication that the tradition is associated with so-called black magic or Satanism. So, just because witches, traditional witches do use those names, don't, associate it with black magic or Satanism, because it's far from it. It's far older than Satanism. Satanism is actually pretty new. It came about when Christianity came to power. So, they are used, as Andrew Chumbley said, as a part of a cipher to convey a gnosis of Luciferian self-liberation. He added that the Sabbatic craft was sorcerous teachings of a specialized Gnostic character that contains a coded use of both Luciferic and Christo-pagan terms. And it also has a Cainite mythos, and inherited from Chumbley's initiators. So, in the Sabbatic craft of the Cultus Sabbati, Cain and Lilith are regarded as the primaries of the tradition, and the bearers of light from the ancient serpent Lucifer. Cain is revered as the ancestor and the initiator of the tradition because he represents the key of transformation between day and night, and between ignorance and wisdom. So, the overcoming by Lilith as his first wife of Adam, his rejection of her, and the myth of the murder of Abel by Cain, signifying the transgression of the uninitiated condition of clay into the fire of magical knowledge. It is really interesting, the symbology behind the myth of Adam and Eve and Cain. It's really interesting. Alright, now, in a symbiotic relationship, Cain, the man of fire, transforms Abel, the man of earth, into Seth, the man of light, an arcanum of the Cainite mythos as practiced in Sabbatic witchcraft. A very different take on Cain and Abel here. In the Cultus Sabbati and in some traditions of the old craft, Cain, or Cain, is the first witch and the sire of all the other witches that followed him. So in his role as a Luciferian avatar, Tubal-Cain and his sister Namaah, Lilith, the mother of all witch blood, transmitted the divine fire to mortal humans. In the Sabbatic craft, the archetypal first man, Adam, originally presented the fire of Azazel, or of the ancient one, and it was because of it, he became the transmitter of the seed of the elder gods through the lineage of Cain, but he became bereft of the fire, and as such is the mere clay and the father of the profane. So that would be Adam. Now, Daniel A. Shaw, present Magister of the Cultus Sabbati, has suggested that the position of Tubal Cain in traditional witchcraft was probably due to his adoption, possibly from Freemasonry, the old cunning lodges founded by the cunning men. These lodges practiced a hybrid mixture of traditional historical witchcraft and ceremonial magic. So freaking interesting, it really honestly is. Now, the cunning men associated Tubal Cain's archetype with that of the horn god, as represented by the coal blacksmith. So, it just gets even better and better as we go on. Alright, now, in the popular folk song, The Two Magicians, now in certain old covens, a hammer and tongue is placed on the altar in his honor and under the name Tubalo. He was the blacksmith god revered by the Brahmanes, who consider themselves to be children of Cain. Biblical and other sources identify Cain as tiller of soil, a plowman or farmer. So, alright, we're going to leave off there because it gets even better, and I love this. Alright, let me see here. Oh my god, I don't even think I have any room to write anymore. I don't. Alright, found just enough room to get that down. So it's just amazing, the lineage, and I mean, you know, everything about Cain and what has happened and what has gone on with Cain, and just, I mean, everything is incredible. It is just really incredible. And, you know, Lilith having children, and, you know, where was, you know, what was going on, you know, all that time, while, you know, what did Lucifer do while he got, you know, kicked out of heaven, and blah, 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 and there's just so many, like, you know, more questions. It raises a lot more questions for me. A lot more. So it's pretty interesting. Actually, it's really interesting. So that kind of led me to go on to kind of investigate the whole Adam and Eve and, you know, the two creation stories in the Bible. So, alright, coffee talk. Whew, it is warm today. It's like 50 degrees and it feels like it's 80. I just love it. It's wonderful. So, yeah, alright. Okay, let's see what's going on YouTube. Somebody remind me to make a video on how to work with Asmodee, or Asmodeus, because I'll forget. And I'm looking right at Asmodee, and yeah. Alright, let's see. On the Black Chair. That's the podcast I have been listening to here on YouTube lately. And it's been amazing, especially the one with Gemma Gary. I mean, it's just incredible. She's one incredible woman. I love her. It's so amazing to see, you know, how she came about with her book, Traditional Witchcraft, A Cornish Book of Ways. You know, and the different, you know, it's just really amazing. She's very, very cool. Alright, and where are my comments at? There they are. Alright, yesterday it was having trouble loading, I don't know what, but yeah, I think it still is. There's so much. I think there's too much going on, like on my page. That or I don't know. Oh, there we go. Okay, Hugsen? I'm sorry if I butchered your name. Please take the time you need for you and your family. This is very sad to hear. Sending love, EXO. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. It's tough. It's really tough. It's weird. I don't like it. I don't like what's going on. I don't do death. It's not right. Anyways, thank you very much for your that does mean a lot to me. Thank you. Gustavo, hi my brother, love the videos. Thank you. Thank you. Azazel power. Always. I think you'll like this video. Nice hair. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Let's see. Peggy Goodall, hello. Smoky Shake, hi my love. Lupe C, hi. My Lupe, I love you. Witchy Boy. Carl, I'm not butchering your last name, but you look really cute. Tina J, hi my love, how are you? You're such a sweetheart. Careless, hi you. How are you? Tina J, Gustavo. My Kim, hi my Kim Lehman. I love you, my sister, very much. Thank you for your prayers and asking your pastor to put my grandpa, or my pampaw is what I call him, on the prayer list. Seriously, her pastor I don't even know how to say it right, but I mean, he is incredibly open-minded and just amazing. So, I mean, I love the living hell out of you. Thank you for doing that for me and for my family. Yeah, alright, Michelle Holler, hello. Hi. Alright, guys, I think that's it for today. WLBN, or 918, hi. Oh, my goodness. Let's see, yeah. Alright, there we go. So, yeah, alright, that's enough for today. That's about as much as I can handle without starting to break out in tears again, so. Alright, guys. I hope you guys know how much you guys really do mean to me. Like, it's, yeah, you guys always will have a special place in my heart, so. Yes, so I will see you guys tomorrow, hopefully. Happy Witchy Wednesday, and I hope you guys have a good day, so. I love you guys very much. Never forget that. Don't ever forget that, because I love you all with all my heart, so. All my love all the way from Venus. All the way back down. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you guys for watching, too.